Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. We have bonus Sarah today for a little while, just a little bit. Oh, it's always a good day when we have extra Sarah. Yay. Hello, everybody. I am here literally 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just put your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have got epic troll slayers who've kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community here because of you. You have been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. You've been so kind to Miss Sarah. And I'm so grateful. So, hello, Becca. From House of Lenormand is in the chat. Do follow the House of Lenormand channel. Last night was the Trumpy Grand Tableau. Woo! I missed part of it because my sister came by, but I'm going to be watching the rest of it later today very happily. All right. So if you're watching on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go. So you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can, bump up the speed to like 1.25. I do that a lot on YouTube. And Ricky's here. Oh, thank you, Cherry Bomb. Thank you. Bonus Black and Orange Sarah fan club meeting. Yes. Thank you, Cherry Bomb. And Ricky said, and the star of the show, the inspiration behind Frosty the Snowman, de boo-boos and kitty. Yes. Yes. He's snoozing. He's snoozing right here. He's all burritoed.
I love a good burrito.
Yes.
You might need to refresh, but I'll start with the to do today's episode, and then I'll timestamp the first few questions.
Okay.
Wait.
Hitting refresh now.
Yay, y'all. If I'm here and it's not Wednesday, it's a y'all morning. Y'all. Okay, I'm gonna shush so she can.
I'm gonna be. I'm not too proud. There may have been some begging on my part this morning. Please,
I didn't take a whole lot of begging.
I know, but just a little.
Oh my gosh, Cherry Bomb said it's a quesadilla. Is it a quesadilla?
Oh,
it's a quesadilla.
Quesadilla. Oh.
Which, considering he's not swaddled, is technically more correct. Instead of a burrito, it's a quesadilla.
Okay, we're gonna bug him. Just a second.
Okay.
Hi. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, good boy. Hello, good boy. How are you? How are you, precious?
He's like, oi, Mom, I'm sleeping here.
You're so good. Oh, you're so good. Yes, you are. You are so
the big yawns. Okay.
Oh, he's a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. You're a good boy.
The bestest boy. Oh, the yawns. The yawns get me every time.
You're precious. I'm going to cover you back up and you get some rest. But he's a good boy. All right.
Yawns, pupper yawns, baby yawns. Give me somebody who is struggling to stay awake and just all their cuteness. And I'm just like...
Okay, so we've had some boo-boo this morning. Yeah. All right, on today's episode, dear great Gussie, holy buckets.
My tea is iced today, but go ahead.
The NRA is in a, quote, dismal state. And as from, what was that show?
Queen Charlotte, which is a prequel to Bridgerton. Yes.
Yes. The quote is
sorrows, prayers.
Sorrows, prayers. Ghouliani has to start paying Ruby Freeman and Shaye Moss immediately. He also just filed for bankruptcy with $500 million in debt. And the money he owes to them cannot be discharged through bankruptcy. And a new gag order has been issued after one government official has been forced into hiding. Several others have been threatened by MAGA and Trump. And this isn't even Colorado. This is the DC case. There's all kinds of crazy going on. Oh, and yes, Kristen from Uncle for the News sent me the link to the opening of Colbert last night. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I'm really looking forward to it. Oh my gosh. So we're starting at 5 minutes, 45 seconds in.
All right, I got you. 5:45. Y'all. The NRA is in a dismal state as cash has dried up and they've plunged deep into the red with dramatic declines along almost every conceivable metric: revenues, assets, member dues, lobbying, political spending, and with conversely sharp increases in legal costs and deficits. They're over 22 million in debt. They took in 211 million last year, and they're still 22 million in debt. So, will they survive 2024?
Gosh, I hope not.
Oh, Ricky, no, that's not bad news. It's just news. He says, so the NRA is going belly up? Okay, what's the bad news? No, we're just
sorrows, prayers. If anybody hasn't seen that, because I haven't watched Bridgerton or Queen Charlotte, but Sarah did share with me that scene where apparently Queen Charlotte was a little focused on herself. Let's say not the most empathetic person, and she said something I won't repeat, but he just gave some dramatically bad news to someone, and was just sorrows, prayers. And that's when we're saying that's what we mean.
It's hysterical.
Sorrows, prayers.
Yeah.
Oh, lack of money. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. I'm actually, and they did that badly after they got rid of Rents. Was it Rents Priebus?
I think so. Yeah.
Who was the person who was bleeding them dry to live high life? They got rid of that person, and they're still. Yeah, we can see what's going on there, and they're having to walk away. This is far right, but it's also Trump. There's America. They are so on the defensive, and people are so sick of it. So sick of it.
Wayne LaPierre, Mel Broussard said that.
Thank you. That was it. Wayne LaPierre.
LaPierre.
Wayne LaPierre.
Revolution Ricky says, I don't need a gun lobby that I have to pay dues to tell me that I have a Second Amendment right. I got that Second Amendment right to tell me that I have a Second Amendment right. Hey, you are correct, sir.
Suspension. Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Three of Cups. I think they're going to continue to decline. Well, I mean, they're working, but it's a con. We know that.
Yeah.
In the center, got a Thief card.
Mm-hmm.
There was some shenaniganery in the finances, is what this feels like. I could be wrong. Entertainment only YouTube, but ultimately, I think between Hangman and the us celebrating in the Three of Cups, there's more coming out. I think there are going to be some forensic accountants going, hang on.
And Lord knows we love a good forensic accountant.
They are the new heroes.
Yes, they are.
They could be heroes just for one day.
That's right. Janelle says the NRA used to be good. It's gun safety videos. This version is a money grab. That's right. Before the late 70s, they were excellent. They made sure that people knew how to responsibly take care of their, guns and whatnot, and safety and advocacy and all that good stuff. And now it's just stupidity.
Yeah. It basically, in the whole Pluto in certainly Virgo era, where there were so many videos on how to do things, how to get along, how to groom yourself, how to do this, how to do that. And they were a part of gun safety. Let's do this, let's do that. Now, they basically decided, the people in charge decided that they could get power, influence. There was huge amount. The money was corrupting. And they started going for guns that that don't have the limits they should have. And it's the amount of damage and burden, and people are done. We're done. You've gone off the rails. You've gone way too far. So okay. Yes, Kathy Delisle, I can smell democracy in the air. It's quite lovely.
All right, at 11:40. And thank you to Heather for bringing up the breaking on this one. Rudy has been ordered to immediately, this was last night, begin paying Ruby Freeman and Shaye Moss what they are owed. Then he turned around and filed for bankruptcy this morning, citing over $500 million in debt. And while that will pause future litigation as far as his debts go, he still has to pay the $148 million awarded last week because defamation awards are not covered in bankruptcy. There are 3 links behind this one in the description box. You've got the link for the payment order last night, the bankruptcy this morning, and where he still has to pay. So that way all my citations are straight. So, and as far as the immediately paying, in that ruling last night, it was noted that if he does not start in a reasonable amount of time, whatever that would be, they can start garnishing his wages. They can place liens against all of his properties, vehicles, anything like that. So, but supposedly he is down, according to the bankruptcy papers that were filed this morning, his net worth is only $10 million.
Only. How on the earth? Okay, seriously, how do you get 500? As a person, how do you get $500 million in debt?
You let your mouth write checks that your butt can't cash. Literally. I mean,
imagine how much power your mouth must have that you could even get yourself, which means you have power that could have been used for good.
I agree, CC Ryder, that I wish the Alex Jones judge would do this. Yeah, no, they have not. But this judge specifically wrote out that.
Yeah, Alex Jones is living large.
Yeah.
His personal expenses went up in the last year. All right, Rudy.
Rudy will have a favorite ramen flavor before this is over with. And I don't mean like ramen at the restaurant. I mean top ramen. He will have a favorite ramen flavor by the time this is all said and done. If you know, you know. So.
Happy family celebration on our parts. Oh, behind that? Because you backed Trump. You idiot. All right. Temperance. He still has criminal litigation coming.
Mm-hmm.
And your bankruptcy isn't going to do squat about that.
Mm-mm.
You're going to need a public defender.
Mm-hmm. He's going to have to.
He's going to be so upset. So upset. And I'm going to need some qualification on the end of this because he's all, so beaten up, such the victim. And this is a 10 of Pentacles, which is he's expecting the people he knows who have money to help him, to give him millions. And I don't think that's going to actually happen. I mean, Trump didn't do more than have a dinner for him. And it's not like Trump was in there, cooking.
Trump was not doing his Salt Bay impersonation.
No.
I don't know why that tickled me.
Well, I'm glad he did. I'm glad.
Sorry.
He used to have so much. He used to be. Also, notice how out of date that the tie is?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But now he was willing to be faithful to Trump and get this, be a part of Trump's victory. And oops, you backed the wrong horse. You back
stupid games, win stupid prizes.
You backed the ugly orange horse.
He did not pick Seabiscuit.
No, you did not.
No.
Metaphorically, you chose the bright orange nag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're done, dude. Everything's come to light. Everything's going to come to light. You're not going to get out of this. You will have very little, and you'll be isolated and drunk.
Mm.
And I'm sorry to see that, but after all the damage this man has done.
Vodka's relatively cheap these days. Ricky says Rudy better switch to the Dollar Tree ribeye steaks because that may be what he can afford. They don't have ribeye steaks, but Dollar Tree does sell men's hair dye. Just saying. And there we go. And then Cherry Bomb says Trump sold him some property in Florida, didn't he? Well, somebody needs to let Miss Freeman and Miss Moss know the address so they can apply a lien towards it. So, I agree, Jill. He's not able to make rational decisions. He needs help, especially considering that there's a brand new lawsuit coming from Miss Freeman and Miss Moss, which we looked at a couple days ago, yesterday, the day before, somewhere, because he can't stop running his mouth. And that is also a defamation case, and ergo would not be included in the lawsuit. Right.
And the thing is he should be in AA, and I would have empathy for him, but no. Do you know what he did to his, allegedly, but do you know what he allegedly did to his assistant? Do you know what he did to the women around him? And all this backing of Trump, even after Trump was, a jury found that Trump had committed SA after all the years around Epstein and all. No. And now it's like he's not going to EAA when he perfectly well could. He's not choosing. I'm sorry, you're done. I don't care. There's comes a point where no, even with my Cancer moon, no, I don't care. You've done that yourself. You want to pick yourself up, I'm all for it. Yeah. But until he does, he
Karma is a cat hissing in his general direction. It is not for his lap.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually, no. Karma for him is a possum hissing in his direction. It's not a
cat. Karma is a cat in Taylor Swift's lap.
Yes.
Purring because it loves her. For Rudy Giuliani, karma is a possum hissing at him from a distance.
That's right.
Yeah. Ooh, it sucks. to be you because of your own choices. Speaking of your own choices, I still have my, we're going to lose McCarthy, but never forget all the times he lost over and over and over.
Yeah. Kathy, I think he's got some money put back. I don't think he has quite $500 million. But yeah, he's got something. But then again, you also have to realize it'd have to be really good in stash because he's had so many divorces, and those wives had really good lawyers. So, all right. And 2050. Jeanette has a good question. If Judge Engoron orders Trump to pay $500 million to $1 billion, will that hinder Trump from paying his legal fees? And Weezy Squeeze, I agree. They've got Premier Yarns that has yarn at Dollar Tree, and I love their yarn. So yes, Dollar Tree is awesome.
Okay, we're talking about Engoron finding Trump, Griftco, and the Griflings huge amount of money. And would all of that make it really hard for Dumpy to pay his legal bills? Well, if he owes that money, it won't come out of the money he's getting from his suckers. That's going into a PAC, which is separate.
Right.
So he should be able to pay at least some of his legal bills, in theory. What I'm actually getting here, card for the reading, strangely enough, is hello, Jack Smith. That's what's hanging over Trump. Corruption, waiting for your ship to come in. This would normally be communication, but when it's next to this like this, corruption, waiting for your ship to come in, this would be calling out like, where's my ship? Where's my ship? What do you mean I can't have a ship? What do you mean? Meanwhile,
the Enterprise is not pulling up for him anytime soon.
Yeah, you're not going to hear the whoosh, whoosh of the TARDIS. And, you treat women badly. Educated women, women with law degrees, judges' robes, good lawyers. Yeah, it's not going to go well for you. So he's all upset here because he's not able to grift anymore.
Kathy Barber would like you to explain the waiting for the ship to come in card.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry.
You're good.
It's the three of wands. If you hang on, I've got the 1909 Rider Waite right here. So if you give me 1 second, talk amongst yourselves.
While you're looking that up, Becca.
There it is.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you were saying.
I was saying, Becca shared a headline that that SCOTUS ruling was one of the two that we talked about yesterday that is wondering if Clarence Thomas will recuse himself from. So it's the immunity and the Colorado case. Those are the two. So,
yeah. And I'm pretty sure we picked up no.
Okay. So ship card.
Okay. This is the Three of Wands card. All right. And sorry. There's my it's a dandy and why. Sorry. This guy is looking out over the water, and there are these little tiny ships way out here. And that's what he's watching for. The way that they used to you would get a ship, and as a merchant you would fill it up with whatever you made or got commodities around where you were, and then you sent the ship off to go trade somewhere, and they would fill up with something else, either gold or some other commodity. And so you, as the merchant, you would be back there waiting, watching, and you'd be maybe running low on money. You'd be, and it's like, I'm just waiting for my ship to come in, waiting for my ship to come in. That's where that comes from. And that's what this card's about. Waiting for a ship to come in. And there are some ships over here. Now, are they his ships? Are they empty? Are they full and amazing?
Depends on what you send out. It's also kind of reaping what you sow too.
Yeah.
What you put in, so you get back. So
yeah.
We all know Trump just slings poo. So what he's getting back, he's like a monkey in slinging poo at people. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. All right. Well, this was going to be the part where I bid you adieu, but I think I'm going to stay for another question or two.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There was that last one we were going to talk about.
Yes.
Which I'm sure you were already grabbing.
Yes, let's do that before we go to Trump land. So let me move this and bump it up here. Give me 1 second. All right. Well, actually, if we do that, then I'm just going to grab these two. 1 second. Sorry.
Sure.
No. Talk amongst yourselves. That'd be great.
This is good. Yes, visualize 70. What goes around comes around. Yes. Mm-hmm. I have not seen the Kathy Delilah. I didn't get to see the Stephen Colbert thing, but I think right before I even do post-production, I might have to. No, actually, that'll be my reward for doing post-production. Not that I need but it's always good to just reward yourself if you've accomplished something or, So I'm going to do post-production right after this, and then I'm going to go see the Colbert thing. And then this, I definitely want to see Becca's grand tableau, the rest of that. Okay. Lisa says it also means waiting for your payday, waiting for your rewards from your efforts. Yes.
Okay, so we now have a Texas section. Yeehaw! Okay. So next at 2750. Mm-hmm. Okay. Eileen brought this up. A panel of judges in Texas ruled that Texas power plants have no responsibility to provide electricity during emergencies. How will the voters in Texas take this?
Okay. Now, this is where we started talking, and it was like, no, let's talk on camera.
Yes.
Now, back in the day, about 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago, I was newly married to an Englishman. And I ended up waiting in a line for 7 hours. No, waiting in the line for like 5 hours, waiting inside for 2 hours, to at the immigration building because we were trying to get him a work permit.
Oh, I've been there. Yeah.
And starting the green card application stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, it was a big, long thing. Mm-hmm. So anyway, but as we're sitting there waiting inside, there was this cute little, it was like a TV program. Mm-hmm. But it was made to inform people of their basic rights of, not being taken advantage of and all this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that came up was that the person was living in an apartment, but the power went out. There was no power. There was no power and no water. Mm. And the landlord came to the door and said, "Where's my rent?" And the person living there said, "Where's my power and my water? Because until I have those, I don't have to pay you rent.
Right.
That's what was on the TV at the immigration place. So that's all I know. It might be different in Texas. It might be, but that's my understanding.
Well, if your utilities are included, yes. If your utilities are not included and the landlord hasn't hindered you having access to said utilities.
Oh no, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, because I know a lot of places where it's in the lease that if you fail to pay your electricity bill, you are evicted. So if you have no
yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Oh no, I did mean.
Oh no, I got you. I know what you meant.
Yeah.
But the thing with Texas, and that somebody pointed out in the chat, Texas years ago just dug deep and embraced their inner Margaret Thatcher and decided to go all private, and they're on their own grid. They're not hooked
And it's
up.
a bad grid.
Yes, and it's outdated and it needs work. And as we've seen, like the last time, during Snowmageddon, when Ted Cruz decided to go to Cancun and blame it all on his kids, it can't hold up to extreme weather. And so folks were suing, saying, hey, and a panel of judges have now said that, well, they're not responsible, really. If it fails due to extreme weather, that's a God problem. Have fun. So,
okay. I just very quickly here. I want to ask you a question, Miss Sarah. Sure. You are a lovely person, inside and out.
Thank you.
And you have got children, many, and you are surrounded by family.
Oh yeah.
So, okay. Now, you have lost power in the past.
Mm-hmm.
You have not been able to use your water in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And these things have happened in extremely dangerous, climactic circumstances where it was dangerous. Right.
Yes.
So at what point did your children pester you into taking them to Cancun?
They pestered me to go to Walmart, but not to Cancun. I love that. The build up to that was just chef's kiss. Oh God, that was good. Oh,
that tells you everything you need to know about Ted Cruz, that he would blame his kids. Anyway, and yes, who said it? Up here. Sherry Bomb says, I still want justice for Snowflake. I hear you. Oh my gosh. CC Ryder says, quote, the Texas State Supreme Court has already ruled that the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, the state's power grid operator, enjoys sovereign immunity and cannot be sued over the blackouts. Sovereign immunity in the United States of America.
A corporation. A
corporation. Yeah. We're not supposed to be doing sovereign. We don't have sovereigns here. Just throwing that out there. So, okay. So the question was, are the Texas.
How are the voters in Texas going to take the fact that ERCOT and the far right or not even far right, just the right that prop them up, are not to be held accountable for any damages, death, anything during a power outage or,
Why? Okay, what has Abbott got going on? What have the Republicans got going on in Texas? Because this is not just lots of Republican voters. This is not adding up.
Abbott, I don't know. Abbott's Oh,
All right, this is my election card. This is my legal choice or voting. Legally, you vote. Legally, you make a choice. Okay, that's the card for the reading is elections. Kaboom. All right, losing power, right? And then you would think people would sue. It would become litigious. We do tend to be a litigious nation.
a little bit.
And it's one of many things that is making it, because it's not just once every blue moon. There are problems with the grid all over the place, is my understanding.
Oh, yeah.
So you would think, okay, so, but the last two cards, Secrets of the Emperor. What is the GOP? What is Abbott? What have they got going on there that is it's holding them in power? And it doesn't. What is going on here? Yeah, you try to do something and no, it gets nowhere with the emperor in the background. You can get activists on the left and the far right who don't have a good argument, but in the shadows, you've got this far right king. And this in the background. So what are the voters going to do? The voters will vote, but there's something hinky here, in my opinion.
Oh, no.
Entertainment only, but there's something hinky here.
Yeah, the energy is very skew-if.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, while we're talking about Abbott, that's a great set. Let's go to 3725. Cosmic Goat Lady asks, will Abbott end up going too far and get arrested by the FBI?
Can we vote? Oh, yeah. No. He does a lot of damage. We know that. Three of Swords. But even if you vote, you still get kaboom. You get the world card. You've got, and I'd say this is an ending, but it's not. It's everything. It's the whole power structure, far right victory, and disappointment here of people who have the cups of the Democrats. I don't see him getting arrested.
Well,
I do not understand. There's something more than just voters here. There's some, in my opinion, there's something hinky here, but I don't know what it is.
Well, at 3845, Cosmic Goat Lady followed up with, will Texas, Abbott, lose their minds and attempt to secede from the union in the near future, maybe because of a federal lack of support? Texas is the only state that maybe could because of their wording and their little state constitution and everything.
It's funny. Card for the reading. This is coming up again. All these readings on Texas, I keep getting the tower. A little concerning. Secede from the union. I don't. No, there's the way things were always done. Americana, kind of. Even though there's poverty and grief and far right politics is in the middle, they've got a good deal right now. They complain about Biden. They blame everything on Biden. They stay in power. They get rid of regulations. They've got a sweet deal. Why would they want to mess that up? Entertainment only YouTube. They've got all kinds of thievery going on here. They've got a sweet Clarence Thomas worthy deal going.
Yuckadoo. All right. Well, at 40, Eileen says, she brings up that 54% of children losing Medicaid coverage. For those who are not aware, and bless you if this has not affected you in any way, that's a good thing. This year, a lot of the Medicaid expansions went away that were put in place when the ACA, Obamacare, was put in. Trump tried to get rid of them, and then he couldn't, and then COVID hit. And then we needed them because everybody was getting sick. Well, now McCarthy and Johnson and whatever, they have finally managed, the House, to let those expire. So, as such, a lot of people who qualified for Medicaid at the time no longer qualify. And Eileen pointed out that 54% of the children losing Medicaid coverage are from 5 states: Texas, Florida, Georgia, Arkansas, and Ohio. And these are all red states. How is that going to work out for the GOP? Because the party of pro-life are letting babies and kids go without medical care.
Not gonna lie, a little surprised Oklahoma's not on the list.
Yeah.
But somewhere, somehow, someone got it into certain people's heads that they too are someday going to be filthy rich.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what their circumstances are, they just plug along. They need to protect all of the advantages that the wealthy have, because someday they themselves, they're going to win the lottery. They're going to get some kind of windfall. They're going to something.
Mm-hmm.
Or like MAGA, some brutal truth, just making them screech their yeehaw, MAGA tires more. And I'm not making fun of all Southern people there. My best friend is Southern and awesome. I'm talking about these idiots who swill the covfefe on the daily.
Mm-hmm.
The enough of the MAGA voters. MAGA's going to MAGA. And if the children suffer, oh well. It's a zero-sum game, and dog eat dog, and it's all about what you can get. What a sad way to live.
Mm-hmm. Well, Janelle, the waiting list is even longer because after the federal cut in coal, there's, like I said, even more children lost coverage. So, yeah. Woohoo! All right. J Paul says, yeet the kids. I love you, dear. Okay. All right. So let's get out of Texas.
Please. Linda Kingsley says government state is closing down public education to control private education. but realizes he does not want to pay for health care. This is important to his evangelical voters who are poor but no education.
Yeah, that's in Oklahoma, I think, or Kentucky.
Oh,
Oklahoma, sorry.
Oklahoma. See, I told you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they decided to focus on keeping everybody uneducated. They'll give them some Tylenol, but they're going to be uneducated. So, yeah, fun times. All right. So at 45:30. So the appeals court and Judge Chutkan have reinstated Trump's gag order after one government official has been forced into hiding after MAGA shared their address online, and countless others have shown credible threats, both overt and thinly veiled, made to them by MAGAs and Trump himself. Currently, because the big issue with the appeal is, well, it's all political speech and political speech. So the appeals court have given an actual outline, says, okay, this is political speech. This is not political speech. So currently, all he is legally allowed to talk smack about are the Biden admin, the DOJ, and Jack Smith's legal team. That falls within the political speech.
Okay.
Anything else is in contempt of court. So, what's going to happen now? Because he can't keep his mouth shut.
No.
Mm-mm. And Jack Smith's team falls within that. It's an extension of the DOJ because, the DOJ's got him out there. So that's why that's included in there. So.
Okay. In the chat, you've got a comment from Never Never. And then Carol Bastian also said something awesome.
Okay. I'm going to scroll up. Never Never says, I'm from Tennessee. And when Sarah said the other day that she opened her mouth and her inner hick fell out. Girl, I felt that. And still the confefe on the daily. So quotable.
Thank you. All right. So, hey, Dumpy. Gonna run your mouth? It depends how bigly mad he gets. Because he's having some money problems. And he needs to get the pennies out of all of the supporters. So he needs to rile them up. Queen of Pentacles, World card, Devil card, Four of Cups, Eight of Wands. Why do I not get him being held accountable? He needs the money. It's bad. He needs all the money. All the money. Cruelty and corruption. Not listening. Letting his mouth run. And okay, so he's going to let his mouth run. Will he be held accountable for running his mouth? Because Chutkan has had enough of him.
Oh, yeah, she's so done. I mean, she's beyond done with him. Hilda, honey, have a good one. No, Chutkan is done with him.
Teresa Ford says he's listening impaired. Yes, and his ears are fine.
Yeah, there's an old country song, I think it's Martina McBride, where it says, I know you can hear me, but I'm not sure you're listening. And that's the thing. He hears plenty. He ain't listening to Jack. Literally. But,
Literally, yeah. Well, there's the institution. They could do something. Okay, all the evidence, everything there. It's all. They might try some, I don't know, maybe try a fine, but this is also, he has to keep riling up the base because he's in such a dire financial situation. I do have a justice card here, though.
Yes.
You have my attention. Linda Johnson says, I think he's trying to get arrested. He thinks he'll rack in the money from his MAGA donors. He may get that desperate, but
oh yeah, and also it'll martyr him, and he's banking on the fact that he'll be in a cush. If he's detained, it'll be in a cushy position. He's banking on that. But yeah, there's nothing he would enjoy more than to be a martyr.
The victim,
Mm-hmm.
eternal victim.
Mm-hmm.
Money, the center of his universe. Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles.
Well, S.W. Chutkan her hands have been sort of tied by the appeals court. So they just came down with that ruling, and so then she reinstated the gag order.
Mm-hmm.
So,
how is that? But does it say what happens if he violates it?
No, that's up to her. That's right. Her purview. Yeah, all they did is give the framework of what it would include.
Well, this is interesting because I've got him taking an action he shouldn't, and there's a big Wheel of Fortune here, where something happens here where it's because there's something big that happens here because these cards, this Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles here. These are his lawyers just doing the day-to-day work. He's suddenly not here.
Mm.
He runs his mouth and then something happens. So I don't know if they like get the blow darts out to I don't know exactly what they do.
I have that Ace Ventura scene in my head with the blow darts and the hippo, so let's just stop. Okay. Oh, I need that laugh. Deborah says, I don't think he wants jail. No, he doesn't want jail. He doesn't want to go to jail.
No.
But his ego will allow him to trade a temporary, very temporary amount of time in order for prolonged martyrdom and perpetuity. He'd be okay with because if he went to jail for violating a gag order, it wouldn't be for more than 30 days, more than likely, for a contempt, if that long. And so he'll do a couple of weeks in a cush place, just so forever and ever and
confinement.
Ever. Mm-hmm. So he can tell everybody, I did this for you. Oh, I'm so for you. Yeah. So his ego would allow that.
But after like a day or two, he'd be furious.
Oh yeah. He has no idea the actual thing. He thinks
even if it was home confinement, he'd be like,
yeah. He'd be very upset once it happened. But he yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Cherry Bomb was saying thumb cuffs, so he can't tweet.
That's
but I was just thinking the Chinese, put him in that. He'll never get out. He'd never get out on his own. Seriously, do you think he'd be able to find a way to get out on his own? What I'm getting is a certain amount of fatigue setting in on the donors, on the people coming to his rallies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he always has his front row Joes who follow him from state to state to state to state. I don't know what these people do for a living, but they're always there. But the group behind them, the masses coming, he always stands up there. Even was it last night before, he stands up there and says, oh, there's just this huge crowd outside waiting to get in. No,
There's not.
no. And the crowds are not that big.
Nor are they
And
as
what
enthusiastic as they used to be either.
Exactly. And there's a certain amount of outrage fatigue that you can rile people up, and that's your job, to rile people up for this con. And we're just watching going, it's not really paying off as well. This is not literal. This is the situation. He has let's say he has an unsustainable business model, kind of like he always has.
Yeah.
This is not a man that comes up with good business models.
No. Trump steaks, Trump University, Trump water. Yeah. Betty Control, you were correct. Always put your chat on live. Top chat misses half of everything that's in there. So if you want to see everything, you got to put it in live. So yes, but
yeah.
All right. Well, at 5610, Lisa says, per Rawstory, if Trump is removed from the Colorado ballot, now the entire Colorado GOP is threatening to withdraw from the primary, which includes Boebert.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
So will the Colorado GOP end up withdrawing? Like, will Colorado end up blue by default? Because that's not, if they choose to withdraw themselves with the ballot, that's their choice. Nobody's making them. They are choosing to. So if they are choosing to go, you know what, I'm not in it. Okay. You do you, boo-boo.
Well, I think tempers are hot right now, specifically. They took Trump off the ballot. You can't even count his write-in votes. And that's not just for the primary. I had the whole graphic up. I showed everybody. It says at the bottom, it's because he can't be on the primary because he cannot be in the presidential ballot. And they cannot count write-in votes. It's in there. And we like this. This makes us happy. 10 of Cups. Now, the Republicans in Colorado have to figure out what they're going to do. And they're doing what they're doing. I've got 3 pentacles, queens, knights, pages.
Which means they're not going to follow through with it because they need the money. That's what I would think. Go ahead.
Yes, but it's also getting weaker progressively. Mm-hmm. This isn't getting stronger. This is petering out. Because, and here's the thing, the Supreme Court really doesn't actually have, they don't really have to take Trump's case about Colorado, his opposition to what happened at the Supreme Court, because he still has a remedy. He can go to the United States Congress and he can get put back on the ballot with a 2/3 vote for him in the House and the Senate. I'm not even going to bother pulling cards on that one, but he has that option. If 2/3 of the House and the Senate think that Trump is being just horribly, horribly maligned, they can put him back on the ballot. All right, now I'm curious. Card for the reading. 10 of Swords. Let's see how popular Trump really is. High Priestess, 7 of Pentacles. This is not the far right. These are the Republicans who want to keep their powder dry and want to keep their jobs. And they don't need Trump. Matter of fact, he's a thorn in their side. Also, there's, the kind of thing where for many of them, he kind of tried to kill them. Just throwing that out there, entertainment only YouTube, but yeah, we kind of saw, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you think the Democrats are going to, no. So, yeah, I don't think you'd have a ton of luck with that one. Just thought. Just, I'm thinking maybe not.
Let's see here. Okay. You got 2 more in you?
Yeah, sure. And thank you for being here this whole time. That was very sweet of you. You are so wonderful.
1 hour and 1 minute, even. So, Cosmic Goat Lady, who is bringing the fire today, she and Eileen on it, has another question. This one amuses me greatly. Is Melania secretly squirreling 45's cash away without him knowing it?
Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Actually, what I get is he would make certain that wouldn't happen. But, he may not follow much in his business, but we'd be all over that. First of all, he's a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
He cheated on her up, down, left, right, and center.
Mm-hmm.
She's not happy about that. This idea, they had an open relationship. No, nay. And she has the receipts. So, card for the reading is how he treated the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 cards are Trump the man.
Mm-hmm.
She has the receipts. And just with her prenup, postnup, whatever, the agreement they have, she's going to demand that happens, and the money that's in the trust or goes into the trust stays in the trust, and she's going to have him on the defensive. It feels like she's already got this sorted out as far as the agreement. I wonder if he's had to put money in a trust. So once it's in there, he can't get to it.
Well, women have been figuring out how to financially secure themselves before they leave their butthead spouses for years now.
Mm-hmm.
So while she wouldn't necessarily, squirrel away an extra $20 or $30 from all of her grocery trips, I'm pretty sure that certain things that she's purchased may not have cost everything that she said they did over the years. That dress might not have been $5,000; it might have been $3,500.
Or, I love jewelry, big diamonds, things with all kinds of resale value.
Well, that's what Jackie O did with Aristotle Onassis. She would go on huge shopping trips and then send clothing to consignment shops anonymously.
Really?
And squirrel the money away.
I didn't know that.
So, yeah, especially every time he had a new mistress or messed around with Maria Callas or whatever, she'd go and, yeah.
Good for her.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's no, nothing to apologize for. I love we all love hanging out with Sarah. Anyway, the institution justice and him having to walk away. She's good. I don't see her. I don't see her actually being able to do that very much, but she's got a good deal set up for when she leaves. And I only really like that because, one, there's a minor involved or a newly not minor, and I want him to be okay. But also, there's just she deserves a lot after putting up with him all that time. Yeah, but there's also a level of cruelty I'm picking up on that I really don't want to sit in.
Yeah.
But
Amy Jones asked if Melania's making money from speaking engagements. No, because we'd have heard from that. And also, and this has nothing to do, this is not about her accent or anything about where she's from. I cannot listen to that woman speak because she has all the enthusiasm of a sleepy sloth. So
Yes.
she just doesn't care. I mean, she doesn't care to you. I mean, literally.
I mean, that was very fitting because
Yes.
she's super materialistic. Although I have to say, I was watching Hal last night while I was tidying up. I'm listening to Hal going over the Trump speech, and there reached a point where even I was like, I can't take any more of his voice. I can't.
Mhm.
And the thing that really grates on me, and I don't understand why other Republicans aren't jumping on him about this, why the media aren't jumping on him about this,
Mhm.
and that is the weakness.
Mm-hmm.
This is the end. The country's just terrible. We're at the worst thing ever. The borders are open. Everything's the worst.
That monitor.
Yeah. It's like, why isn't someone calling him weak? Why isn't somebody saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you? Oh, I'm sorry, Trump. Are you low on testosterone? Do you need like something?"
Please, somebody ask him that. Please. His little head would explode off of his shoulders. Just poof.
Well, now I'm picturing tufts of yellow orange hair like drifting down. Oh,
All right. Last question. And let's see, at 1 hour, 7 minutes, 12 seconds from Heather and Eileen.
Mm-hmm.
This is fun. Jack Smith finally won access to Scott Perry's phone, Representative Scott Perry's phone, with over 1,700 records in it concerning January 6th and whatnot. Will anything surprising be found?
Something tells me that Jack Smith and his team, they already pretty much know
Mm-hmm.
a lot, but having this proves that, and I've got 2 receipts on that one, and I've got 3 receipts on that one, and I've got
Mm-hmm.
thank heavens I have never been criminal or stupid enough to get anywhere onto Jack Smith's radar.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
3 of Cups, 3 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess, 3 of Wands. It's the whole thing's there. It's like, get out your tea. He is going to bring some legal pain. And yeah, he's got all the receipts. All of the massive, like gargantuan hand in the sky out of the clouds levels of receipts. All the secrets about how these jerks were off to the side thinking, oh, our ship's gonna come in. We're gonna do this. They thought they were sneaky over in the corner off to the side. Ooh, our secrets. Hey, morons. Yeah.
I love FAFO season. Fudge around and find out. Love it.
I do too.
Love
I
it.
do too.
The most wonderful time of the year.
Ding dong, ding
Mhm.
dong. All right. I hope that you all have a wonderful day. I know my day got infinitely better because Miss Sarah was willing to come on today. Thank you. Thank you.
You're most welcome, dear.
All right. And it's 1:23 p.m. At 3 o'clock, we will both be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You are always welcome. We just want to encourage you. I am working out my schedule and setting my goals for 2024. And yeah, so jumping in. And other than that, yeah, the monthly Patreon social isn't until a week from Saturday. It's on the 30th.
Yes.
So nothing this week. And other than that, I'll just be back here tomorrow because I'm here literally every single day of the year.
Yep.
All right. So I think that's all. So from us, from Boo Boo, from Bravester Alfred Pumpkin, we hope you have a wonderful day. You're not alone. We are in this together.
Absolutely.
And, there are good days ahead.
Yes.
All right. And we'll see you tomorrow. Or I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.